Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Shaneria and this is Talking Crime. Today we have another reaction video, but before we get started, you guys check down in the description. I have digital planners and also paperback planners and journals down in the link below. But y'all, today I have another reaction video. If you are new here, join the family by subscribing, and if you are returning, you know how we like to do it. We like to get straight into today's reaction.
The reason why my mom left her baby daddy was because he was cheating on her, not because he was touching me. So it was a weekend. My mom made a big meal, and I remember he got a phone call, and it was like 10 o'clock. I don't know why we was eating at 10, but we was just eating at 10, and he got a phone call saying that he needs to come to work really late. And my mom was like, why are you always getting phone calls so late at night telling you have to go back to work? And he was like, do you not want a house? I have a daughter now. Completely forgetting that I exist. He was like, we have a daughter now. I want to put my kids in a bigger space. I don't always want to live in an apartment. And she was like, but you're always gone. So they're in the kitchen just arguing. When I tell you they arguing, my mom was going blow for blow. He's just like sitting there like, okay, what you want me to do? What you want me to do? I gotta work. You don't go to work. You just sit at the house all day. So he told her, he was like, I want you to be a stay-at-home mom. And my mom was like, I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom because my mom never was a stay-at-home mom because she always worked. He was like, I want you to take care of my daughter because I don't want nobody else taking care of my daughter because somebody could do something to her that you don't know about. So no. My mom stayed at home, and I remember she told me to go to bed. I put my plate in the sink. He smacks me so hard across the head because he was like, you stepped on my foot. I was like, I'm sorry, and I ran away. Like, I went to the room, they still arguing. I put on my pajamas, I went to go wash my face, my teeth. I was sleep watching shows. Wake up to this weird sensation of like someone actually touching, down there. I flip over to see who it is because I'm trying to see like who was doing this while I'm sleeping. It's him. And I flip over like to face him because hopefully now if I flip to him, he will stop doing it. But no, I flipped him. He went to the other side. I flipped again. He went to the other side. This went on for like 2 hours that I had to lay there uncomfortably. And you know where my mom was at? My mom was literally sitting on the wall because she found out that he cheated. She finally got to get in his phone and she found out that he was cheating. She didn't even see what was going on in the bed. I'm just thinking in my head, like, did she not see this? I'm trying to move so that she can catch up or something, like look at me. But she's not looking at me. She's just crying and stifling, and she just keeps mumbling to herself like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I looked at the clock, and it was so disheartening. I was watching that clock, and it seemed like every minute that went past was forever. So it's 2 hours, and finally I said, you know what, throw yourself off the bed. So I threw myself off the bed, I ran to my mom and I was like, Mom, are you okay? She gets up and she freaks out. When I say she freaks out, she freaks out. She goes outside. She's on the phone with my aunt. She's calling my aunt all types of names, calling him all types of names. They're crying. I'm crying. She crying because I'm scared. I've never seen my mom actually act like that. And I'm just like, what's going on? Meanwhile, this man is sleeping in that bed. His phone is not even next to him. He don't know what's going on. And because I'm scared. I've never seen my mom actually act like that. And I'm just like, what's going on? Meanwhile, this man is sleeping in that bed. His phone is not even next to him. He don't know what's going on. So I hear my mom saying, she on me with a big. He is starting to wake up, so I go back outside and I tell my mom he's waking up. Whenever she comes back in the house, I'm expecting full-blown fight, and I'm expecting her to actually tell him, I found out that you're cheating on me. You know what she does? Gets back into the bed with this man, lays down with him, and then does it with him all night long. I want to say 4 o'clock in the morning, and by the time it was 6 o'clock in the morning, they finally stopped. She comes out the room, hair all messy, sweaty and everything, but I was like, she was trying to touch me and I felt so uncomfortable. I'm gonna tell y'all the story of like what happened when I told the school about that situation, but I told her that morning, I said, Ma, something happened last night. She was like, what happened? I said, why? I was laying in the bed, he was touching both areas, I was trying to flip around, trying to find a way to like make him stop, but he wouldn't, and it was going on for 2 hours. She looked at me and she grabbed my neck, and I've never felt someone squeeze my neck that hard, to the point where when she finally let me go, I don't know if you ever seen a person like after they've gotten choked, or you can look it up on the internet, but all this right here, from here to here, like a lot of my blood vessels had popped. And my mom was like, you will not tell anybody, and he would never do something like that to you. He's a good man. You're not gonna ruin this for me. And I'm like, I'm not trying to ruin anything for you. That's what happened. And she was like, no, it didn't. You know why? And I know you're a liar, because whenever I was still in the room at those times, and I did not see him do anything, I just seen his arm stretched out over you, trying to hold you and protect you. I'm like, from what? You don't realize what's going on under the blanket? Like, are you serious? And she literally, like, after I told her, I'm like, I'm gonna tell the school, she grabbed my neck, and she kept me from school that day too, by the way. She grabbed me so hard to the point where my eyes like felt like they was popping out of my head. My neck was really red, and she bit me in my ear, and she told me, like, you better not say anything to anybody, because if you do, I will kick you out of this house. You will not have no place to live. I would tell your uncles, I would tell everybody to never let you back in this house. And then he woke up, and he just sat next to me like nothing happened, and I was just like, what is going on? Like, is this real life right now? And she made him breakfast.
Let me tell you something, baby girl. This was definitely not your fault. Your mother knew exactly what was happening. There's no way she could be in the room with y'all for 2 hours and not notice anything weird but him putting his arm around you. First of all, that was a violation in itself. And for her to see that and see that my baby girl don't need protection, why is he holding her and not respond off that, is very ignorant, immature, and she knew exactly what he was doing. She didn't want to say nothing. She wanted to make herself and him happy. She was so desperately wanting to keep a man with no self-confidence, no love for herself, and willing to sacrifice her daughter. Period, point blank. There was no excuse for her bypassing that he was even touching you by having his arms around you like you his woman in the bed. And why was he even in the bed with you in the first place? And let me make this clear too. She was never ever planning to tell your uncles. She was just trying to put fear in your heart so you won't go and do exactly what you said you was going to do. So she put her hands on you, and not only that, tried to scare you as a child and tell you that she was going to tell other people about it. She wasn't going to tell your uncles, because your uncles would have turned him every which and way loose. Period. That's what have like many of children scared to go to the person that really supposed to be protecting them, because those people don't even protect them either. They so busy thinking about themselves and how can they make this predator happy that they will sacrifice their own children to have childhood trauma from somebody touching and feeling on them where they not supposed to even be touched and feel that. You as a child deserves better. And I am happy because you said that you went and told your school. Somebody needed to know. And obviously you didn't feel safe telling your uncles or whoever it might have been. But thank goodness you told the school. You guys, if you want to see more about her story, I will have her information, her TikTok handle down in the description also. All my videos have their names and their TikTok handles down in the description of their TikTok. So don't be afraid to go on these people channels and find other story times, because usually they have other story times. This story is very sad because this is not out of the ordinary. These young children need to be protected, and it's sad that their own parents don't protect them. And then when defects get involved, defects don't do anything most of the time but take them out of these scary situations and put them in even more scarier situations. And it's sad. Why are these people having all of these children and having these children and not willing to sacrifice their own happiness just to protect their child? Baby girl, you did not deserve this. And you did the right thing by telling your mother, but unfortunately, she did not do right by you. You have to know that your mother is not only weak, but she's sick in the head to think that it was okay for a man that is not even your father, but let alone a man in the same bed as you and got his arms around you like you his boo. It's weird to me. And for her to allow that man to hit you in the back of the head and see that and not correct that, your mother did not care. She was only worried about herself, and you are correct. She was only upset with that man because he was cheating with another woman and possibly had her pregnant. Cause like there is no way in the world that man would have still been in the house, let alone with his arm around you, but also cheating. Ma'am, Are you crazy? Your daughter's supposed to come first. And I'm tired of these women and men not putting their children first, especially when it comes to situations like this. And then later on, play the victim and wonder why their children don't want to fool with them. This is why. You lost all type of respect from the jump when your daughter noticed that you was still in that room and not noticing what was going on, but worried about him cheating, going through his phone. Are you crazy, ma'am? You guys, this situation pisses me off. Drop down in the comment section what you think about this story. Don't forget to like, comment, and if you reached the end and ain't joined the family by subscribing, you missing out. Subscribe, join the family. You guys, if you are returning, I really appreciate you. You guys, all of you, have a blessed day. Peace.